That's right, baby. We're back. Not getting rid of us that easily. We're hanging around like herpes. So welcome back to the only news show made for broke sons of bitches like you and me. It's the Broke Ass Podcast. Now, here's your host.
And welcome to the Broke Ass Podcast. I am your host, Shane, the low down dirty Shane. Yes, the one and only, the one with the website, the one with the podcast, the one with the coming soon clothing line or clothing design or whatever the fuck you want to call it. We'll figure that out. Sorry, didn't mean to bump the camera. All right. So, like I said, welcome to the Broke Ass Podcast. Now, you can find us on the Low Down Dirty Podcast if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking to find us on Google to share the information about us, you can go in Google and look up Low Down Dirty Podcast. I've done it on different pages, and apparently I am the first to come up. So this is a little exciting for me. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then from there, that can actually link you to my website, lowdowndirtyshane.com. On lowdowndirtyshane.com, this is where you're going to find all the fun little information about me, about my podcast, about the clothing line that's going to be coming out. And you can even check and see if you have your pecker properly checked. So you got a proper pecker checker. And this is just the little bitty things that you can find. This is where I want to interact with my people that do listen to the show. I would call you fans, but I'm not sure if I'm quite there yet. But yeah, this is where everybody's going to be interacting with me and with the show and so forth like that. You can go to lowdowndirtyshane.com. You can also find us on YouTube. We are available on YouTube, so you can not only listen to the Broke Ass Podcast, but you can watch the Broke Ass Podcast. Yes, you can see my ugly mug, the one that was made for radio. Yes, you can see that available on YouTube as well. And for those of you that are already watching on YouTube, I'm sorry. I'm trying to minimize the damage. It's really... And then coming soon, yes, coming this Friday, I will have available for you, how about some Low Down Dirty Shane designs? That's right, lddsdesigns.com is going to be available for you. Come this Friday, you can actually do a little bit of shopping. I've got some menswear, I've got some ladies wear, I've got some, well... There's a picture of me from 1989. These actually came with the website. I think this one is required. This one looked like an Illuminati image. I think I tried to remove it several times. It wouldn't go away. This one came with the website as well. And, you know, I want to look that sexy. And then this one came with the website. And it'd just be a shame to waste that picture. But you can get things like pillows. You can get shirts. You can get shoes. You can get pants. You can get mugs. You can even get yourself a fanny pack. I've got a little bit of everything that's on here. And come on in and take a look. All right. Don't forget, you can also find us on Twitter. We are available on Twitter. We are available on Instagram. We're available on now also available on Truth Social, and you can find us at Low Down Dirty Truth. We're also available on Instagram and Facebook. We've got a Facebook page and blah, 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 blah. Does anybody ever really use Facebook anymore? I'm not even 100% sure in this one. I know I use it and somehow there's traffic, but I think about maybe 2% of all of the traffic that's on there is actually real fucking people. I swear to Christ, half of it's even robots. And even some of the people that you think you know are probably fucking robots too. It's crazy. All right, well, let's go ahead, and we've got a few stories that we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about the Sacramento shooting that happened. We're going to be talking about a news report from Fox talking about what New York Times reported on with Hunter Biden's laptop. We're going to be discussing what Reuters talked about with Judge Jackson and her nomination to the Supreme Court. We're going to be also talking in some financial areas. Twitter's got some things going on. There's been some buys happening over there, and I've got a little what the fuck thing that's going to be showing. You know what? If I had to see it, you have to fucking see it too. And for those of you that are just listening, I'm going to give you the best possible description I can, because this is seriously unhinging. I have no other way to describe this thing. It's fucked. That being said, let's get on with the show. All right. According to breaking911.com, I actually really enjoy this website. It's not too bad. It'll keep you up to date on the news and everything. I'll follow them on Twitter. They're not too bad. All right. So the Sacramento mass shooting, which police say killed 6 people, 12 others were shot downtown. Now Biden is calling for gun control on this whole situation. And the thing is, my question is, how much gun control can you already have? I mean, you're basically getting to a point where you're trying to take away all the legal guns and make it even more difficult for the people that do want to protect themselves and protect others. It's even more difficult for them to get guns. We've already got things in place. We've got background checks in place. If you've been to a fucking loony bin, you're going to be looked at. All right. If you're on medications for loons, you're going to be fucking looked at. If you got criminal history, you're going to be fucking looked at. There's no way to get around it. You have to do the background check to actually verify that you're able to own the right, to own a pistol. So what more can you ask for, really? I mean, we've got to stop the illegal guns, the ones that aren't being registered, the ones that have the serial numbers filed off, right? The ones that are being sold in the back alleys and out of the back of cars. These are the ones that we need to focus on, but that's not what they're doing, and that's not what these laws do. But let's go on with the story. I digress. According to Breaking 911, it says investigators in Sacramento are searching for at least 2 suspects following a mass shooting early Sunday morning in the downtown area of the city. 6 people were killed, at least 12 others were injured. Sacramento Police Chief Kathy Lester said officers were patrolling the area around 2 a.m. when the gunfire broke out. When they arrived on the scene, they were found a frantic crowd and 6 people deceased. Another 10 were taken to hospital, and there were conditions unknown. This is really a tragic situation. We're asking for the public's help, said Lester. If anyone saw anything, has video or can provide any information to the police department, we are asking for their assistance. It was unclear what led up to the shooting, and the police didn't reveal any possible motive. Well, you know what? With the world and everything and how fucking crazy everything's going on today, this doesn't fucking surprise me. I even saw a video of a comedian getting attacked on stage by a fan because they did not like what the person said. I mean, is this the effects of what we have with the Will Smith fucking slap era? Now that everybody thinks it's cool for him to get up and smack a fucking person on stage, anybody can get up there and try to whoop someone's ass just because you didn't like what the fuck was said? I mean, give me a fucking break, man. And I bet you 10-1 the pistol that was involved in this fucking shooting was probably most likely illegal. And if it wasn't illegal, it was stolen. All right. So I guess stolen is illegal. It was stolen from the parents or something like that. It was like the kid got it from the parents. So that way we can blame it on the parents. So therefore we can enforce the more strong gun controls. Sacramento police apparently have a QR code, so you can actually snap a picture of that and go directly to their evidence patrol to help them out. And QR control, those things are cool. I dig on those. I use them now. They're actually going to be on the front of my clothing line, so that way you can share the information a lot easier without having to share a website. Here, just snap a picture of this. Now, President Joe Biden on Sunday night issued a statement calling for gun control after the tragedy today. America once again mourns for another community devastated by gun violence. In a single act in Sacramento, 6 individuals left dead, at least a dozen or more injured. Families forever changed. Survivors left to heal the wounds, both visible and invisible. I want to thank the first responders in Sacramento and all those across the United States who act every day to save lives. We know these lives were not only lives impacted by gun violence last night, and we equally mourn for those victims and families who do not make national headlines. But we must do more than mourn. We must act. That is why my administration has taken historic executive action to implement my comprehensive gun crime reduction strategy. From standing up gun trafficking strike forces. What the fuck? That doesn't read right. From standing up gun trafficking strike forces to helping cities across the country expand community violence interventions and hire more police officers for community policing. All right, so he's basically, as we also continue to call on Congress to act to ban ghost guns, require background checks for all gun sales, ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines, repeal gun manufacturers' immediate immunity from liability, passing my budget proposal, which would give cities more of the funding they need to fund the police, to fund the crime prevention and So why is he trying to take credit for trying to fund the police whenever he's part of the reason why the police were losing money in the first fucking place? And he's trying to get his information in his hands on everybody's fucking weapons. He wants to know who's got guns, where they got guns, how many guns they got, and how much fucking rounds of ammunition that they have. All right, folks, just a quick brief lesson on the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment was not put in place for your protection, to protect you from other people. It was to protect you from your government. Okay. Just a quick little lesson for you. It was to stop a tyrannical government from being able to form. That being said, all right, let's go ahead and let's talk about what Fox News had to say. All right. I mean, you can have your opinions or whatever on this whole gun situation and everything before we talk about Fox News. My whole thought process is, look, every time they want to pass a new reform bill to get more information and more things out there, that we always happen to have a fucking gun crime happen, a mass shooting. Oh my God, there's a mass shooting that happened. Oh, it just so happens I happen to have this bill right here that I want to pass to get this fucking under control. Gee, where did you get that from? Did you pull it out of your fucking congressional asshole? You know, this is what's happening. You got to pay attention. You got to read between the fucking lines, people, man. Not everything is just, I mean, they're giving it to you in fucking crayon, but you got to understand this is, yeah, trust me on this one, folks. Trust me. Just start fucking looking into it. All right, so apparently it's gotten to the point now that news organizations are not just reporting what little bit of the news that they think is news. They're going to report on other news organizations that are there, what news they're reporting on. See, look, let's see how they tell the news, and I think we tell the news better, so you take a look and you decide. Dude, this is a battle between fucking girlfriends is what this is. Whose pussy smells better? Who fucking kisses you better? Who fucking blows you better? That's all this is, man. Am I the one that's stroking it better than this one? Look at this. This is what you want to hear, right? This is what you like. Come over here and listen here. And this one over here, look at that one. That one doesn't talk right. That one just tells you all of these things. This is lies. We're not even reporting on news anymore. We're reporting on news organizations. And it's just, we're fucking tattletelling on each other. And it's just getting ridiculous. But let's see what faux news has to fucking say. Says a surge of recent reporting on Hunter Biden by outlets that once widely dismissed and downplayed reports about him in 2020 marks the latest chapter in the debate over the mainstream media credibility. Federal investigation of Hunter Biden heats up, reads a CNN headline from March 30th. Hunter Biden paid tax bill, but broad federal investigation continues, as the New York Times wrote on the March 16th. Inside Hunter Biden's multi-million-dollar deals with a Chinese energy company, the Washington Post reported on March 30th. All three stories invoke Hunter Biden's infamous laptop, first reported on the less than a month ago in the 2020 election. First reported on with less than a month to go in the 2020 election by the New York Post. It was widely dismissed as unreliable and even Russian disinformation by mainstream media, print, and television outlets, especially MSNBC and CNN, and the astonishing display of coordination that Twitter and Facebook blocked or limited sharing of New York Post article about Biden. Twitter even locked the New York Post out of its own account for weeks. Yes, we all know this, right? And now they're going to go on with this story and they're going to talk about how they were telling you that Hunter Biden's laptop was real and they were siding on the New York Post and blah, blah, blah. And these other people didn't fucking tell you these things and they were fucking lying to you, right? But you got to read between the lines on some of this shit, man. All of this shit that's going on, all they're doing is they're just trying to fucking keep you to argue with yourselves amongst yourselves, right? they're reporting into you and some of these things that are important, but they're not reporting you to all the fucking detail shit that's really fucking important to it, right? And whenever it's still going to like global agenda. See, Biden is just fucking there. He is a position. He is just a person. He can be replaced. It doesn't matter. It doesn't take away from the global elite or from everything else that's actually being run and being focused on. I mean, if you look at things like Google now is coming out and telling you that if you say that the Ukrainian people are being attacked or shelled by the Ukrainian military, they will demonetize you. They will take away your monetization. Why? Why is this so important to them, right? You got to read between the fucking lines, people, right? They're keeping you fighting with each other. Yes, the story about Hunter Biden is important. Yes, the laptop is important. Yes, the involvement of the administration from the Biden administration is important. But at the same time, this story is not about the laptop itself. It's about the other organizations that didn't report about the laptop. Not telling you the truth is the same thing as fucking lying. All right. But that's what we've gotten to nowadays in the world and the fucking news, man. We're not really giving you any fucking news. But let's see what Reuters has to say about the fucking Supreme Court nomination. What's your thoughts on this fucking Supreme Court nomination, man? This chick right here, Jackson, right? According to Reuters, Washington Reuters, U.S. Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson moved a step closer to being confirmed as justice on Monday when the Senate voted to break a Judiciary Committee deadlock over her nomination and send it to the full Senate for consideration. The Senate voted 53-47 to discharge President Joe Biden's nominee and send it to the Senate floor for confirmation vote by all 100 senators. She would be the first black woman to serve on the nation's high court and could be confirmed by the end of the week, according to the Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. Now, why did they do this? They did this because they have a committee that's put together, and these committees did not agree. Now, what do they have that's not in the committee? They have rhinos that are not in this committee, right? And so with the help of these rhinos can put the votes over the hurdle of what they need to get this pedophile-loving judge into the Supreme Court, right? And if you think I'm being hateful and disgraceful just because, and see what they're talking about, they want to talk about the first African-American woman coming in there. It's not the first woman. It's not the first African-American. It's the first African-American woman coming in there. And that's the important part in there, right? She is the double dose of your minority, right? She is the double injection of what you need. But let's look at this little shit right here. Let's look at this little tweet from Ted Cruz, right? In this tweet from Ted Cruz, he puts out a little poll. He says, Judge Jackson imposed sentences 57% less than the national average for possession of child pornography. She also imposed sentences 47% less than the national average for the distribution of child pornography. This is the deeply disturbing pattern, right? And everybody wants to take this obsession with the child pornography and tie it up to QAnon, right? It's not about fucking QAnon. It's about the fucking kids, you dipshits. That's what it's about. If you would pull your head out of your ass long enough to see what the fuck is happening around you instead of smelling your own farts and claiming that it's fucking rose petals, you would understand this is about the fucking children. This is not about QAnon. It's not about any organization. It's not about any propaganda, and it's not about any fucking bandwagon. This is about the fucking kids, the generations of the future. This is what we're supposed to be protecting. This is our fucking future. And it drives me ape shit. It really drives me ape shit. They're going to take something like this when we're talking about child pornography and they're going to tie it to fucking conspiracy theories just to fucking degrade you and demote you and make you feel like you're fucking stupid and you don't know what you're talking about. Right? But this is the propaganda of the elite. This is, and I'm not going to say this is of the left, right? Because the thing is, there are people that are liberal, that are left, that are Democrats, that are good fucking people that have all the best intentions, to, but then you have the crazies and the progressives, and then you have those that are in power that plan on staying in power, that are corrupt. And there are many corrupt that are in politics. It doesn't have to be left and it doesn't have to be right. They're on both fucking sides. They're all fucking crooked. They're all fucking corrupt, and they have always been that way. And the only problem that they have now, shit, didn't mean to move the camera, is they have people like fucking Madison Cawthorn who's coming out and exposing their fucking truths, and now they're having fucking shit fits about his exposure of their orgies and coke parties, which everybody fucking knew about. So let's get on to a little bit of financial news or some Twitter news. Apparently there's a situation to where, let's just start at the beginning. Elon Musk likes to tweet, right? We all know Elon Musk likes to tweet. Well, Elon Musk tweeted out a poll. And in this poll, he said, free speech is essential to a functioning democracy. Do you believe Twitter rigorously adheres to this principle? Yes or no? Well, 70% voted no. And he says the consequences of this poll will be important. Please vote carefully, right? And let's see, where we at? Oh, don't look at that one yet. That one's crazy. All right, so we went to the Elon poll, and then we went to the poll warning, and hang on a sec, lost my place. And then Elon wants to talk about the algorithm, and we're talking about the algorithm. Somebody named Tim Urban, he is at Wait But Why, says, I'm in an ongoing relationship with a moody, sensitive, grudge-holding, and generally crazy girlfriend called the Twitter algorithm. Everything will be going fine, and then suddenly I'm getting the cold shoulder, and I don't even really know what I did. I just have to wait it out. Elon replies by saying, I'm worried about the de facto bias in the Twitter algorithm having a majority effect on public discourse. How do we know what's really happening? Well, Elon decided to make a crazy fucking move here, right? Because Jack comes out. Oh, Jack, the Twitter king. He comes out and he says the days of you said it, IRC, the web, even email, the PGP. I have no idea what the fuck all that shit is, honestly. We're amazing. Centralizing discovery and the identity into corporations really damaged the internet. I realize I'm partially to blame and regret it. David Rubin says about this, he says, also this tweet from Jack right before Elon buys the shares and doesn't seem disconnected. He knows he's about to be exposed, so he is preempting something like that. Right? Jack apparently thinks everything's fixing to come out because Elon did make a big move. Elon came in and he bought $3 billion in stake, 9.2% in Twitter, and is now the platform's largest shareholder. That is fucking crazy. That is seriously crazy. Now think about this. Now that Elon is the largest shareholder, now we have situations like this, because if you recall, they did say something to him and he tweeted this out. He says, oh shit, microphone, my bad. He said, Starlink has been told by some governments, not Ukraine, to block Russian news sources. We will not do so unless at gunpoint. Sorry, to be a free speech is absolute. Right? So now we have this man who tweets things like this is now going to be the big shareholder. And here's where it gets fun. Old Benny Channon, is that his name? What is his name? Benny Johnson, right? He comes out and these are checkmark people. I don't know what the fuck the checkmark means. I don't know. I guess they're verified. They're important or something, I guess. Not really sure, right? He shows that Twitter actually jumped up in stock prices, right? So he wants this to happen. Benny says he wants Twitter to reinstate the Babylon Bee. He wants Twitter to reinstate the Charlie Kirk. He wants Twitter to reinstate Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? Think about that. Elon Musk. Kind of hard to fucking read. I don't know. But yeah, he wants all these people to be reinstated, right? And then now let's take a look at this. Sorry, we're kind of scatterbrained today. He says the Elon Musk move is brilliant. Musk now had godlike powers to dictate leadership policy at Twitter. With Musk over the massive holdings, he can leverage Twitter boards into enforcing free speech absolutism. Musk could also short his stock at any time, collapsing Twitter, and that's utterly genius. All right, so here's the whole fucking situation with the Elon Musk thing and everything, folks. Yeah. Elon now is the major shareholder. Now think about this. Now if Elon's capable of helping to reinstate all of these fucking Twitter accounts, right? The Babylon Bee, Marjorie Taylor Greene, whoever that guy, the Charlie Kirk or whatever, Donald J. Trump. And then we'll have 45 give my fellow Americans on Twitter. Gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. Yeah, not many people are fans of well, there's a lot of people that are actually fans, but there's few people that believe they are the many that are not. So, but that's all right though, because truth is coming out more and more, folks. And then we're going to close this thing out. We're going to show you one final thing, right? For those of you that are not aware, we're going to take a look at this right here. This is one of the scariest fucking things I have ever fucking seen. Hopefully I can actually mute this because I don't want to hear what this crazy bitch has to say. It's taking forever to come up. Jeez Louise. But yeah, this is whatever the fuck Madonna looks like now. This is seriously fucking crazy. I don't know what's going on with her. She does not look anything like she fucking used to. She really does not. Yeah, it's kind of scary. We don't want to look at that. Why isn't that coming up? I should have brought this up sooner. I know I should have. I do apologize, folks, for the inconvenience on this one. All right, fuck it. While I'm waiting on this, we're going to go ahead and start closing out. So I do want to thank you for joining us on the Broadcast Podcast and bearing with me on the technical difficulties today. It's been a hell of a day. It's been a hell of a week. And I've actually been focusing a lot of time on the store, which is why I have not been available for the past couple of weeks. You can see we got a little bit of a different look, a little bit of a different sound on some things. And I am working on other things like my store as and such. I'm trying to get things available for you. Now, starting this weekend, the store is going to be available, and coming on the next episode, we are going to have promo codes available for you. Holy hell, that just came out of fucking nowhere. Sweet Jesus. No, that's fucking, oh God almighty, sweet mother of pearl. Folks, I swear to Christ, if you could actually look at this, this is what happens when lizard people get a hold of fucking makeup. She has become something completely fucking else. She is what happens when a Florida man fucking does molest one of the gators down here. This is not humanly fucking possible. I don't know. And the thing is, it doesn't even look like plastic surgery. It looks like her face just completely fucking remolded into it, right? It's like she got skull fucked by a fucking horny elephant on rat. Her eyes aren't even a proper color anymore. They're all glossed over like she's like a walking fucking glaucoma poster. It's bad. It's seriously, I mean, like, wow, what the fuck? And she's blowing kisses at this thing like we want kisses from her. Jesus Christ. I mean, can you catch herpesiphilates through a phone app? I'm not sure, but I'm sure that she could fucking spread something. And she puts out these rants and fucking bathing in these milk baths because she can get sick, she's close to a commoner. This is the fucking world that we're living in, folks. This is the crazy shit that is wrong with fucking people. And this is what seriously, goodness gracious. On that note, sorry for the technical difficulties. Thank you for watching the show. You can always find us on all of our social media. Remember, we're on Truth Social as well at Lowdown Dirty Truth. Go to the websites. Go to the store. Go take a look. We'll see you next time, folks. Bye.
This has been a Lowdown Dirty Shane's production.
Just jokes, folks!